Welcome back to my dark corner of this sick world. Directed by Freddie Francis and with a story by Peter Bryan and John Gilling, Trog is one of those films where you know the people involved can do better. But it's most famous as the final film in the 45-year career of Joan Crawford.
Something from another age, Inspector?
In a curiously well-lit cave,
I can't see everything with this torch, but what I do, it looks terrific!
A group of amateur cavers discover an underground stream and... one is killed, another injured.
Get the hell out of here! He's killed! He's dead! He's dead!
And the third rushes his wounded friend to the nearest anthropologist.
Horrible. Horrible.
Uncalled for. She comes to a remarkable conclusion about the creature.
Yet whatever it is, it must exist.
Not exactly sticking your neck out. Crawford's Dr. Brockton goes back to have a closer look. There's only one conclusion.
Trog, a primitive cave dweller.
But first, let's meet the bad guy.
Damned outrage. Trash spectacle, cheap publicity.
When you have a character that is completely lacking in nuance...
These shenanigans make a fool of all of us citizens.
...and as subtle as a brick...
It's a monster, that's what it is.
That's when you call Micheal Gough.
Poppycock. Insane nonsense.
To his credit, Gough is doing all you can with a character who is just there to be the reactionary...
This is a monster. It must be destroyed.
...sexist...
I wouldn't think that you'd fancy knuckling under to a woman.
anti-everything...
Not the way I see it.
...generic bad guy.
I'd like you to tell the public that this whole abomination is hurting business. It's ruining my plans for a housing project.
If you can't crowbar Hitler into your B-movie, then a property developer is the next best thing.
Nobody wants to buy land with an ugly demon running loose.
Although he could equally be mayor.
If you refuse to do your clear duty, which is to get rid of this horror, I shall call a town meeting.
Religious leader.
That's the talk of a heathen.
Or possibly a media baron.
Mr. Murdoch.
Who he is never addressed and doesn't really matter. He's everything you hate.
Kill it first, then study its hide.
Crawford now captures Trog. I loved you in Mildred Pierce. And now we can see more clearly how a pretty decent mask, borrowed from 2001, is completely undermined by the total lack of effort on the rest of his body.
He doesn't frighten me a bit.
The chance to study the missing link isn't one that Dr. Brockton is going to waste, and she swiftly finds out his favourite toys.
That's wonderful, Trog.
How he prefers to accessorise. Makes sense that he dislikes modern music, but everything he's taught detracts from what he is.
Trog can help us piece together the history of human behaviour.
If you were going to study lions, then you wouldn't do it in the circus, or you'd conclude that their natural behaviour is to jump through hoops.
It's my firm belief that Trog is the missing link.
All of Dr. Brockton's justifications for keeping a creature that has killed once already are undermined by what she actually does, until, as if suddenly aware of this, she goes too far the other way. And goes all Clockwork Orange on Trog, planting electrodes in his head and showing him images of dinosaur skeletons until he has a flashback to the film Animal World. Animation by Willis O'Brien and Ray Harryhausen. And then...
Trog will be able to talk.
things get silly.
Unbelievable.
Yes, 100%.
He will soon be able to articulate his memories, and then the entire world will learn the baffling secrets of evolution.
Yeah, because back when Trog was alive, you could actually see evolution in action.
They'll say that Trog has a very nasty temper.
But what can you expect from a slimy beast?
Inevitably, thanks to Micheal bad guy Gough, Trog goes on a short rampage, destroying what must have been a very dangerous car, and reenacting a scene from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And so on. Trog has a reputation as a really bad film, and it is, but it's mostly bad because it fails to reach for anything.
Can you come up with a better explanation?
Everything pans out as you would expect. There's not a single surprise. With the possible exception of the let's make him talk plotline, but that goes nowhere. If it weren't for Micheal Gough occasionally yelling from the background,
Distance today.
Don't listen to any crackpots, Inspector. You know your duty.
I'd have fallen asleep. Thanks for watching. For more ape movie reviews, click here. Micheal Gough does a good reactionary bad guy. Who are your favourite bad guys who are just there to be bad? Let us know in the comments below.
Leave me alone. Did it?
Leave me alone.